What is it? Westall Park for this all-important extravaganza rugby league action pack here this afternoon. I'm John Rippey for AT Video here, saying welcome to the viewers to this most important games, especially for these two teams that is going to be coming on a field in around about 2 or 3 minutes time. Just to highlight the caps on the build-up of these two teams. Firstly, we'll start from City Tigers here from Hamilton. They're the darling team here in rugby league, which all the fans have come to see, and to see if they could pull this one off and to be able to notch another win in their shield and to claim the Waikato Championships. But however, they're coming up against a very formidable side. Tani, as you know, in the last decade has swooped everything that before them, but today they too are stacked up against a very brilliant side in City Tigers. Well, City Tigers, they've been very impressive in their wins. They've beaten Tani at Davies Park Huntly by 14-0. And they also done it back up in Westall Park here some 6 weeks after that defeat over Tani Whanau, and they won that game also 26-22. And today, this is the one they really need to take out and to represent Waikato in the Tusk Cup. We have a good crowd here, something around about 1,500 here at Westall Park, and well, kickoffs will be about approximately 2 minutes time. And well, it's a very fine day. The ground's in good condition. And as you can see by the viewing of the camera, there's quite a few people here. There's still more to come in. The cars are still coming in, and the crowds are flocking around the grounds here this afternoon to see this very important game of rugby league. As you know, Hamilton has been holding the rugby league here in Hamilton, and so the finals are being decided up here at Westall Park. Well, the teams haven't yet come out. It's about, I'd say about 2 minutes yet. But it's a very nice day here for this game, and this is the finals to find out who's the championships in the rugby league in Waikato, and like I said, to go on to represent the area in the $100,000, $150,000 Tusk Cup trophy. Well, here we are. We're live back out here at Westall Park. The teams are coming on the field against again Tani Whanau and City Tigers. The team's led by Tani Whanau Warren Rangi and also by Mark Hora for City Tigers. Well, the refs today are being chosen from Auckland for this all-important game. The linesmen are Hamilton linesmen, but they decided that they, in all fairness for both teams, that they'll have an Auckland ref so that there'd be no bickering on both sides. So there it is. The game will commence in very shortly. The green and gold playing from my left to right.
You gotta run. Get it. Cube freeze. The cube freeze. Corn freeze. That's how corn freeze.
You must have done a couple of days fasting. What's what number?
12.
Yeah, there he is.
The only thing that'll get him is he's fit in the same.
In it, says what? Who is he? Oh, he's a new elected.
Inside the green and gold's half now. Has moved on out to Alan Tupai. He gives a short pass out to Warren Rain. Good distributing there by Alan Tupai. Good tackle also taken in there by City Tigers. They'll get up to play the ball still in their half. They move it out to Rick. Rick is inside to Pat Edward. He's well wrapped up in there by the tackle by City Tigers. And there it is, the first penalty by City Tigers. Starting a bit of rough up the players. They're starting to feel out one another. And the ref says, well, we'll come in here. We'll have a talk with you. And we'll start to slow this temper up and, well, get on with the game. Well, a penalty's been awarded to the green and gold right on the inside City Tigers' own half. It's, well, Koro Waikai will take the tap for the green and gold. Well, this referee is from Auckland. He's not going to take any bigger pardon from both sides. He's going to see that the game's going to flow, and this is what he's been brought down here for. So And now the tap's been taken. He's moved the ball out to Rick. Rick gives it back inside to Pat. Pat gives it out to Warren. Warren has 2 or 3 yards, meters there. He gets up to play the ball just outside City Tigers 25. Short pass into Alan Tupai by Patrick Coy. Oz. Ref says play on, but no. He says we'll have a knock on there. So, well, that's a good play there by the green and gold. They are looking for one another, looking for work, and good ball passing there by Alan Tupai. And they'll play the ball just outside City Tigers 22, sorry. Scrum will go down, the City Tigers ball to be put in. Well, the ref is just clearing up some points. So the scrum will go down, which will be fed by City Tigers. It's down and it's put in, and it's no, ref says no, straight out. It's gone back in again, and it's won by City Tigers this time. They'll get up to play the ball just outside their own 22. Now they're moving the ball out into their centres. It's good tackling there, good running there by City Tigers, and well taken there by Alan Tupai and Sonny Martin. And they get the ball now, and they're moving the ball out to Joey Albert. Joey Albert looking on his outside, and there's good running there by City Tigers. They'll get up to play the ball, and ref says you're inside the 5 golden green, so the penalty will go to City Tigers. City Tigers playing from my right to left, and well, we have a good crowd here. The ground's in good conditions, and there should be no excuse for poor football. There should be all open football here. This is what the crowd come to see. Action-packed rugby league, as we know, is the game, and well, there was a good kick by City Tigers. It's taken them inside the green and gold half. Now they play the ball now, and they're moving it out wide to Mark Horror. Mark Horror stands up and he tackles, and he's held there by Lewis, and so they play the ball just on their half now. They're moving out to Joey Albert. Joey Albert looking around for his pass, and there's a good running there by City Tigers, but he's held well in the tackle. They'll get up to play the ball now just on outside the green and gold 10-yard line, but he's tapped the ball back, and it's recovered there by City Tigers, but there's a knock on there. So the ref says we'll take the knock on there, and they'll have the scrum inside now. City Tigers own half right on the 10-metre line. Still 0-all. Running time is about 2 or 3 minutes at this time.
3:25.
Scrums down is won by the green and gold. Given out to Hori Marvy. Hori moves it out to Sonny. Sonny bringing the ball out wide out to their wing, Bill Thompson. Thompson cuts back in. He's looking for a pass, but he's wrapped held up there by the black and yellow there. Now you play the ball just inside City Tigers' own half. They move the ball out to Pierre Green. Pierre moves out Alan Tupai. Alan's looking for a pass, but he decides to take the tackle. He get up to play the ball now. Inside City Tigers 22. He'll play the ball to Pat. Edward Pat decides to take the tackle on. He'll get up to play the ball inside the City Tigers 10-metre line. They'll play the ball back to Donald, and Donald moves it out to Rick. Rick decides to slip a short pass. He does, and Sonny's gone right through the gap, and there's the gaps opening up now for the City Tigers. And Cause is moving out to Bilton, and in goes a try for the green and gold. Great try there by Tani. They move the ball out from the tackle by Hidemi Tupai. They move the ball along, Chang it along their line, and Rick Muru get the ball distributing out into their backs, and there it is. They're in for a good try. The game is still early by all means, but that's a good lead. 4 points to 0 by the green and gold. It's good work there by Sonny Martin, who busts through the centres out there, and he fed the ball out to Koro Waikai, and Waikai looked inside for the pass, but he decided to give it out to his wing, and he was in for the try. Good try there by Tani Whanau, but still, it's a long way to go yet, and that just caught City Tigers napping a wee bit, and they'll come back. And, well, they're down 4 points. They know what it's all about. They've been down in this situation the last time they met the green and gold. But, however, they'll come back, and Tani Whanau knows that. And if Tani Whanau can keep on piling the pressure on, getting points on the board, it could make it all the much harder for the City Tigers here in Hamilton. Well, the crowd is starting to flock in now. It's getting around about 1,800 here at Rest Hill Park, and it's a beautiful sunny day for this game of rugby league here. As you know, I'm John Rippey for ATV Video here, covering you this game live here at Rest Hill Park this Saturday. And sure hope you're enjoying the game from our point of view. The green and gold is playing from my left to right. Well, there's the kicks. The kick's been taken and successful from the sideline. Good kick there by Bill Thompson. They converted the try, so they lead now 6 points to 0 over their arch rival. And this exactly happened some 5 or 6 weeks ago. Tani was up by 6 points to nil, but however City Tigers came back quickly and sealed it up at 6-all at that time. But now they're back into the same situation again. And let's see if they can pull this one out and get back into this game as quickly as they can. Well, the kick's been taken deep into Tani half, right on the 25. It's gathered up by Warren Rangi. Warren decides to have a run. He does. He gathers up about 2 or 3 metres, and they move the ball out to Piama. Hit him here to play, but the ref says we'll take the knock on there. There was a unlucky pass there. Well, there was a good pass really by Alan Tupai. He moved the ball, the pass back inside, but there's a bit of misunderstanding by the inside players there of Donald Parkinson. But the scrum will go down now just inside Tanafrau's own half, and the ref says you're not retiring halfback, so we'll penalise you gold and green, and the penalty will go to City Tigers just outside the 22. City Tigers playing from my right to left. They'll take the line. They'll take the line kick here. They don't want to take 2 points. And there's the kick taken by City Tigers. Good kick too. Just taking it deep into the green and gold 22. Now they'll play the ball about 5 or 6 metres short of the try line. They give the ball out to Mark Hora. Mark Hora decides to switch back inside, and there's a bit of confusion there by City Tigers. They'll try to get up to play the ball now just inside Tani Wharea's own 22. They'll play the ball now. They're coming back out to my left. Give it out to Neville Ramsey. Ramsey gives a good short pass out there. But he's taken well in the tackle, and the pass has been picked up by the green and gold by Chas Pucky. Now he's still moving. He's standing up in the tackle, but he's held well down there. Refs just let him play it, so they'll play the ball just inside their own 22. Moving out to Donald. Takes it from the dummy half. He moves it. He just comes outside the 22. Green and gold playing from my left to right, and then they move into the blind out to Warren. Warren decides to bring his man inside, but no, he'll take the tackle. And they're moving the ball out to Pat Edwards. Pat decides to have a run and lose one tackle, but he's gathered up there by City Tigers, still just outside the own 22. He'll play the ball now to Donald. Donald gives it out to Hori Maipi. Hori gives it out to Koro Waikai. Koro decides to elect the kick down the line there, and he does, and it's a good kick by Koro Waikai. He's gathered some 35 to 40 metres there for the green and gold, and now brings the play back deep into City Tigers' own half, just inside the own 10-metre line. A scrum will go down, which would be fed by City Tigers. Tani Wharea leading by 6 points to nil after that brilliant try, which was made by Sonny Martin, cutting through the opening split in defence and feeding out to Koro Waikai and straight out to his wing and in the corner for a try, and a successful kick there by the Bill Thompson. While the scrum was fed, and the ref says that's he wasn't in parallel in the scrum, so he's penalised the City Tigers just inside City Tigers 10-metre line. Well, the kick will be taken by Koro Waikai. That's a good kick there. He's gathered something of about 15 metres there, right on City Tigers 22. They play the ball. Bill Thompson, he decides to have a run on his own, but he's taken in the tackle there. This is his job to do. He'll get up to play the ball to Donald Parkinson there. Donald moves the ball back out to Rick Murray. Rick decides to dummy the pass. Gives it inside to Warren. And good run in there by Warren, and a good cover tackle there by City Tigers. Now Tani Wharea's getting hot on attack here. They're moving the ball out to little Hori. Hori decides to have a run on his own. And there it is, Lewis Hill's moving the ball around, and they're all jumping over one another there, but they'll get up to play the ball right on the 22. Tani Wharea now moving the ball out to Hori Maipi. Hori out to Chas Pucky. Chas out to Hedemir, and good tackle there by Alan Tupai, but referee says you're all offside City Tigers. He's penalised City Tigers right in front of the uprights, the right off the uprights. The referee says you're all offside City Tigers, so there's a penalty, and well, there should be 2 points here for the green and gold. Could stretch them out to 8 points to nil. Well, Tani Wharea was hot on attack, but likewise City Tigers, they were also onto the defence, and they were knocking down the green and gold, and they weren't going to let them score another try and get in behind by 12 points to nil. But however, they decided to give 2 points, and there it is. The 2 points will be taken by Billy Thompson for the green and gold. Well, Andrew, that's a bit of lightning from the green now. The green and gold, they're starting to sparkle there, and they know that they're up against City Tigers, and well, City Tigers made a bit of blue there, and they've given away a penalty, but I think 2 points is better than giving 6 points.
Well, the beginning of the game, the ref is here to ref the game in a manner that if anybody wants to play him, well, he'll play them too, and that's the offending team will will be penalised for their defence that they make.
Well, the penalty was a success there, so that's another 2 points. We had 11 minutes running time. The green and gold leading the arch rival City Tigers by 8 points to 0. But this game by no means is over yet. City Tigers know what it's all about. They'll come back at this game, and they know they're in here. They're here for one purpose, and that's to win this championship here today and to go on to represent Waikato in the Tusker. But Tani Wharau, the green and gold, they have different ideas. They know for the last decade they have been the glamour side, and they're going to try and do it again today. And, well, the tackle's been taken there by City Tigers on Korowaka. Now they're moving the ball out to Donald. Donald giving the short pass into Warren Rangi. Warren having a good run there on his own. Does he get up to play the ball now just inside their own 10-metre line? They move the ball out to hit it, Alan Tupai, and Alan's knocked the ball on. Well, you cannot really blame Alan for that, because this is his first game for the green and gold for the last 5 or 6 months, I'd say, of the season. He's not in full training. He's been called in as a reserve because the green and gold have a few players that is injured. And while City Tigers won the scrum, there it is, the green and gold offside us. The referee is not taking no nonsense from these two teams. We're going to make sure you get back to 5 metres, and he's held in the tackle there. But no, City Tigers decide to move the ball back out into the centres now, but he's well taken in the tackle there by Rick Murray and Donald Parks, and they get up to play the ball now to Joey Albert. Joey looking to work the ball here, but he's held in the tackle there. He's held by Downhouse. There's Neville Ramsey. He decides to have it on his own. He does. He slipped the pass away, but the pass went too deep. But there it is. City Tigers came right through the gap of the green and goal again. But he's well held in the tackle there by around the legs of Donald Parks, and they get up to play the ball about 2 or 3 metres short of the try line of City Tigers. Joey Up decides to bring the ball out now, moving the ball out wide, but he's held in the tackle here by P.M. McGreen. They'll get up to play the ball. City Tigers down by 8 points to 0 here over the arch rivals. Tani Wharau now, and here's Mark Hora. Mark Hora switched the ball inside to Joey Albert. He's held up in the tackle there, but the referee's right there, and he says, let him play the ball. That's your final. 5th and final tackle. They get up to play the ball now. City Tigers throwing everything out the green and goals line. They're trying to get everything working for them. And Joey Albert decides to bring the ball out wide, out to Aluka here, and he does. He cuts back inside, and he loses 1, 2, but he's held in the tackle. And he gathered up there by Joey Albert, and they're trying everything, City Tigers, to get rid of the ball, but the green and Tani Wharau has been penalised by by the referee for infringement there. So there it is. City Tigers may get 2 points here. They're going to take 2 points. Well, City Tiger was in about 6s and 7s there. They didn't know which way to go. The defence of the green and gold was up on them, so they decided to move the ball around, but no one was penetrating onto the ball, and there it is. Eventually, the ref has saw an infringement there by the green and gold, and well, it ended up here for a penalty for the City Tigers. Well, 2 points would be taken by them, and this would close the gap by at least 2 points over Tani Wharau. The penalties there, well, there it is. Tani Wharau lead by 8 points to 2. And this could break the ice for the City Tigers here at Rest Hall Park. They need to get on the board and keep in contact with Tani Wharau, because they know once the green and gold gets away, it makes their workload much harder. And as time ticks by, while it's closing off the 80 minutes for the game. And here it is. They're up against it today. Both sides are really up against the day, but they felt at one another for the first 2 or 3 minutes, and it ended up in a penalty to the green and gold. And from that penalty, they moved the ball out, and then eventually the green and gold scored a try, converted it 6-0, and then they converted a penalty, got a penalty, and made it 8-0. And there it is. City Tigers just also had a penalty, which was kicked over by them, and now they have 2 points on the board. Well, it's gathered up by City Tigers fullback Luka, but he's held there in a good tackle by Warren Rangi and Alan Tupai. They'll get up to play the ball just outside their own 22 now. They're moving it out to Joey Albert. Joey Albert out to Dane Harris. He'll get up now to play the ball. Good running there by City Tigers, and well taken in the tackle there by the green and gold. Joey decides to go one way, but he bring it back into Mark Hora, and Mark Hora there is held in the tackle, and he's driven down in the ground by Pat Edwards. They'll get up to play the ball now. Now they're moving the ball back to Joey Albert, and Joey Albert's starting to general the back line once again. Now they're chaining the ball along. Good movement there by City Tigers, but he's held in the tackle, and he loses the ball. The referee says carry on. There's the ball back to Sonny Martin, and Sonny gives back to Hori. Hori decides to have a run on his own. He does. He gathers up about 3 or 4 meters. He'll play the ball now to Sonny. Sonny goes out to his left there, and he's looking for a good pass. So he brings it back into Alan Pye. Alan moves it back out to Rick Moore, but there's no one going off Rick, so Rick decides to have her on his own. He does. He gathers about 2 to 3 minutes, and while he loses the ball in that movement there, so City Tigers gather the ball back again off Tani Frau. Now they're bringing the ball out here to to their left, and well, he's held in the tackle there by City Tigers. Tani Frau hot on pursuit onto the City Tigers. Now they're playing the ball back to Joey Albert. Joey decides was going to have a kick, but he gives it out back to Mark Hoare. Mark Hoare cuts back inside and he gives the ball back out to their centres now, and there's the yellow starting to cut through the green and the goal, but there's a loose pass there by City Tigers, and referee says we'll have a knock on there. Scrum to be down just outside City Tigers 22. Well, City Tigers didn't go anywhere. They didn't go anywhere after that movement, so a scrum will go back down, still in their own half. We have a running time about 16.5 minutes into the first half. Tani Frau leading by 8 points to 2 over City Tigers. Scrum's won by City Tigers once again. Joey Albert brings the ball out to their fullback, Looker, and he gets well tackled in the tackle there by Sonny Martin and Piamo Green. They'll play the ball now, and City Tigers bring it around, double around by Joey Albert, and 2 double around scissors move in. There's the opening there by Neville Ramsey, but Neville has a run on his own, but he's brought down in the tackle. That was a good movement there by City Tigers. The doubles move around there over them, and they caught the gap wide out on Tani Frau, and there's Joey Albert. He's curling there, his backs again once again, and he's held in the tackle, but ref says no, you're inside the 5 yards there. So a tap will be taken. And Joey Albert's looking for these outside centres, give it to Neville Ramsey. Bill's having his run there, and it's a good run there by City Tigers, but Linesman Cool Cow said he stepped out, so very lucky there, green and goal on Bill Thompson. I think his man would have got through on him. So scrum will go down inside Tani Frau's own 25, about 5 or 6 metres short of the try line. City Tigers were playing from my right to left. They know they're down by 6 points. They need to get a converted try here. Referee says carry on. So they'll play the ball right onside their own try line. Hori will take the tackle there. They'll get to play the ball now, and then they're moving the ball out to Warren Rang. Warren decides to have the run there on his own. He does. He gathers about 2 or 3 metres. He'll play the ball to Donald. Donald moving it out to Pat. Pat decides to have a run on his. He loses 1, 2, and he's still going. Pat eludes 2 tackles, 3, but he's held up there and tackled there by City Tigers by 3 defence players there off the yellow and black. They'll get up to play the ball now, still inside their own 22 now. They're moving the ball out to Rick. Rick decides to give a short pass into Sonny Martin. And Sonny does. He tried to give his short pass out to Korowake, but he'll play the ball right on the 22 now. He gives out to Korowake. Korowake comes back inside. Referee gives the ball away, so that was a bit bad play there by the green and gold lads. Gives the opportunity for City Tigers to open their play again. And there it is, they're moving the ball right out wide, City Tigers, and they're looking for the inside pass, but he's held there, just held short of the try line yet. It's about 5 metres short of the try line. They'll get up to play the ball now. The City Tigers are moving, spinning the ball out wide, and this is better play by the yellow and black. Now they're moving the ball in, sure, there's a gap created out there, and there's Mark Hoare. Mark Hoare just short of the try line. Good tackle there by Chaz Pucky there. They'll get up to play the ball now. They're moving the ball out wide. He's lost the ball there. No, they still get slipped their pass away, yellow, and there's Neville Ramsey. Neville Ramsey's trying to have his man on. He does, and he gives them a long pass out there to Daryl Harris, but the ball, they backpedaling here, City Tigers, but they're still trying to look for that gap. They're penetrating the gap on the green and gold. There's good running there by City Tigers. Now they get up to play the ball, still inside the green and gold 22. They'll play the ball now. Now they're moving the ball out to the right, and there's Joey Albert, decides to have his man on. He's lost the ball there and is picked up there by the green and gold. They'll play the ball inside their own 22. Now they give the ball out to Donald. Donald decides to come one way and the other, but he's brought down in the tackle. He get up to play the ball. That's the first tackle on the green and gold. Now they move the ball out to Piamo Green. Piamo Green decides to have a run on his own. He does. He picks up the ball right on the 22. He'll hold the ball. He'll play the ball to Sonny. Now Sonny move it out to Pat Edward. Pat decides to have a run on his own. He wouldn't, but referee says you're offside. Yellow, you're not inside the 5 yard. Sorry, no, he wasn't standing parallel on the play the ball. So the referee has penalised the yellow. Well, there's a bit of excitement there right on the 22, on Tani Frau's 22. Anything could have happened there. It could have gone City Tigers' way. They could have scored and made it 8-all, but apparently they were back paddling on that play right on the 22, and eventually they end up giving a penalty to the green and gold.
Well, the penalty, the tap will be taken right on the halfway line by Bill Thompson. Sorry, by Rick Murray. Rick takes the tap now. He decides to inside pass out to Hori Grizz, out to Hirimia, and Alan Tupai will get up to play the ball inside City Tigers own half now. Rick gives out to Rick. Griff give inside pass to Lewis. Lewis back into Donald Parks, and Donald does have a run on the own. He does. He gives out to Lewis Hill. Oh, it's a good break there by Tanafrau, but ref says no, you pass the ball forward, green and goal, and there it is. Good break there by Donald Parks. He fed the ball inside to Lewis, but Lewis was just a fraction too far ahead, and it was a forward pass. And fair enough, the ref was right on the spot to see that, and he's called it up and penalised the green and gold. And there it is, City Tigers will take they're taking the tap, and there's Darren Harris there. Now he moves the ball, but he went down on the ground and he got up and he threw the ball back, and he's been penalised by the referee. He said, you cannot do that, you must get up and play the ball. And there it is, it ended up in a penalty to the green and gold. And that was a bad play by Darryl Harris there for City Tigers. They were on attack, they were looking good, and they eventually gave the penalty away to the green and gold. So Korowaka will kick the touch line, and he does. He find it. Good touch finder for him, right on the quarter line of City Tigers. They'll play the ball now. Rick decides to give the ball inside to Hori. Hori gives out to Sonny Martin, to Hidemi Tapai. Hidemi gave a bad pass inside to Sonny Martin, but he's taken in a tackle there. Neville Ramsey will get up to play the ball, still inside the own half. They'll play the ball. City Tigers will play the ball, still in their own half now. They're moving out, still moving it out to their right. And they're using their big mans to run out the outside centres. And there's good running there by City Tigers, but they lose the ball in that play the ball. They'll get up to play the ball, green and gold. Right on their own 10-metre line. Now they move the ball out now to Korowaka. Korowaka decides to give it out to Hori. Hori decides to have a run on his own. He does, but he'll take the tackle. Hori, good running there by Hori. He'll play the ball just outside the halfway. Now they're moving the ball out to Warren Ranger, and Donald Parks, double round. Donald decides to have a run on his own. There's no one running off him, so he takes the play inside to City Tigers' own half. I get up to play the ball now out to Alan Tupai. Tupai decides to have a run on his own. He does. Good 2 or 3 metres there. He's gathered up there for the green and gold. I get up to play the ball inside City Tigers' own half. Now they're moving the ball out to Korowaka. Korowaka decides to have a run. He rubber kicks the ball down. It's a good pick up there by City Tigers, and he decides to have a run on his own. He does. He'll bring the ball up into there, still in their own half. There's a good tackle there on Dean Harris there by Warren Rang. He'll get up to play the ball. Now they're moving the ball. Joey Albert's moving out. He's giving out to Neville Rams. Neville decides to have it on his own. He does, but he's held in the tackle there. He'll get up to play the ball still inside the own half. City Tigers down by 8 points to 2. They're still looking to penetrate the green and goal, and they're moving the ball out wide. And this is a good play there by City Tigers, and they'll take the tackle right on the halfway. Now they're moving the ball out wide, City Tigers, and they're looking for the pass, but they missed out. And as the referee says, play on, and there's an opportunity there for the green and gold to dive on that loose ball. Korowaka thought he could pick it up, but he knocked it on and knocked it right into City Tigers' own hand. Neville Ramsey decides to have a run on his own. He does. There's good running by by City Tigers. Now they're moving the ball out wide to Joey Albert. Joey will take the tackle. He'll play the ball just outside the green and gold 22. Now they're moving the ball out wide, City Tigers. They're using their big man out there, and there's better running there by City Tigers. Good covered defence by the green and gold. They'll get up to play the ball there now inside Tanafrau's 22. Now they're moving the ball out wide here. They're looking to penetrate through the gaps here. It's Tanafrau. There's a knock on there, but he's held in the tackle there by the green and gold. Referee said, that's your last tackle. Get up and play the ball there right on the try line, green and gold's try line. They know they move the ball, and Mark Roy just tried to have a run, but he doesn't. He loses. So referee said, that's the sixth tackle. Give the ball away. Just outside Tanafrau's try line. They'll play the ball now back to Korowaka. Korowaka decides to have a run on his own. He does. Well, he didn't eventually go anywhere. He ended up going out on the try line, on the sideline, and so the referee said, we'll have a scrum. We have an injury out on the field at the moment, George Hori Maipi. Well, that was better play there by City Tigers. They really started to look for everything. Their whole object was to try and cross that line, but the green and gold had different ideas and different opinions. They were going to try and stop them, and they did. And they eventually did get the ball off them, but apparently there's a misplay there by Korowaka, and he ended up being out on the touchline. The referee has called a scrum. So there it is. The scrum will go down just inside the green and gold's 22. We have an injury on the field at the moment for the green and gold. Well, the other results from here at Restall Park today, the curtain raisers to this game today, won by Glen Afton here over Hukanui by 13 points to 12, and on the number 2 field, the other results between Huntly South and Turangawawa, which was won by Turangawawa 26 points to 20. And those were the curtain raisers. Finals, all finals are played here at Restall Park. So the championships in the Premier's reserve match went to Turangawawa, and also for the senior grade went to Glen Afton off Huntly. Well, the scrum went down and was won by City Tigers, but apparently the referee says you fed the scrum, so he's penalised them and has given the penalty to the green and gold just inside the own 22. The kick will be taken by Korowaka. Tani Farrell still leading by 8 points to 2 over City Tigers here this afternoon here at Restall Park. Well, that was a good kick, some 22-metre kick there by Korowaka. They'll play the ball right on their 10-metre line. Rick Murray will take the tap for the green and gold. They're playing from my left to right. They're leading at the moment by 8 points to 2. The tap will be taken by Ricky Marvin. He gives the inside pass to Donald Parks. Donald goes right through the gap, and good running there by Donald Parks. Donald only have to go up to look at his man. He does. Good running there by Donald Parks, and good break there by Donald. The smallest man on the field besides Horia, and he gathered up something like 45 yards. There it is, City Tigers starting their tactics again, standing over the man. This is what they did over the last time here when they played Tony Farrell. City Tigers getting back to their tactics again, standing all over their man. They decide to give 2 points instead of letting the green and gold open the attack from left to right, and well, eventually 2 points. We had 28, nearly 29 minutes running time in the first half, and that was a really well-executed move there by Rick Murray. Decides he ran the ball, slipped the short pass into Donald. Donald went right through the gap, the smallest man beside, like I said, Hori, and he picked up something like 45 metres. And there was only the fullback that caught him around the legs, and otherwise, if he would have got past his fullback, would have scored right under the post. And eventually, there it was. The City Tigers, Mark Hora once again, he's standing all over his man, wouldn't let him play the ball. And so that was really good tactics. Really, he gave 2 points instead of giving 6 points. So there it is. This will stretch the lead out for Tony Farrell by 10 points to 2. Kick will be taken just outside the 22 by Bill Thompson. Well, it's there. The penalty's over, so Tony Farrell leave by 10 points to 2, having about 30 minutes running time into the first half. We have approximately about 10 minutes to go into this first half here at Restall Park. A beautiful afternoon for rugby league extravaganza. This is what action-packed rugby league is all about, and this is what the crowd come to see. We have something like about 2,000 flocked in now, and the crowd is really big here today. Good pick up there by the green and goals. Kicked off by City Tigers, gathered just outside the own 22. They'll play the ball back to Lewis Hill. Lewis move it out to Sonny Martin, and Sonny decides to have a run on his own. He does. He'll get up to play the ball just outside the 10-metre line. He played the ball back to Donald. Donald goes back out to his blind, out to Warren. Warren has a run on his own. He does. He goes right through the tackle. He gives the ball outside into to Donald Parks. And again, he's in the thick of things, this young man. He'll play the ball back to Hori now. They're moving the ball out into the line, and Alan Tupide was going to look in for the short pass, but it was a bit too close. So he decides to take the tackle. He'll play the ball back now to Lewis. Lewis gives it out to Sonny Martin, Sonny out to Pierre Green, and there's Pierre Green trying to have a run on his own, but he's picked up on the tackle right just inside the City Tigers' own half now, right on the 10-metre line. They get up to play the ball now to Lewis Hill. Lewis decides to give the ball. He does. He gives it out to Korowaka. Korowaka decides to have a kick but he misjudged his kick and is gathered in by City Tigers. So he get up to play the ball now. City Tigers just inside the 10-metre line now. They're moving the ball out to Joey Albert, Joey out to Dean Harris, and Dean's trying to do something here, but Warren Rang wraps him up around the leg. City Tigers at this moment are down by 10 points to 2, and Dean Harris, he didn't let the ball, didn't play the ball properly. He didn't play the ball properly, and yeah, if this was Waikato ref, they would have let that go, but they're not from this Auckland ref. This Auckland ref was right on the ball. He said, you play the ball properly, and then eventually give the penalty to the green and gold now. Tony Whare's on attack again. He gives it out to Pat Edward. Pat's will take the tackle just inside City Tigers' own 22. They'll play the ball to Donald now. Donald moves it out to Rick. Rick tries to look for inside man. He does go right through the gap. Rick, he's still standing. No, he goes down in the tackle. Just on the 22 now. Sonny moving the ball out to Pioma. Green Pioma decides to have a run on his own. He does. He gives out to their winger. He gets up and he tries to play the ball, but the referee says that's your last tackle. That's your last play of the ball, green and goal. Right inside the 22, and well, he's been kicked out. Good play there by City Tigers. He decides to kick the ball out. They'll have a scrum on the 22, just outside City Tigers 22, playing from my right to left. City Tigers down at the moment by 10 points to 2. But like I said, we have 32 minutes running time into this first half. About 7-8 minutes to go into this second half here at Restore Park. The scrum's been fed. The ref says no, we'll put it back in. This time the scrum's been won by City Tigers. They give it an out now, and they decide to move the ball along the chain long. When the referee says, oh, we'll have a knock on there, City Tigers. Things are not going right for City Tigers in this first half. They're backpedaling, they're knocking the ball on, they're giving silly penalties away. But they're not just settling down yet at this time, and give them time. Maybe the second half they'll come back, but at the moment they're down by 10 points to 2 here over Tani Whare. Scrummers go down right on the 22, right in front of the upright City Tigers. Tani Whare has been penalised for feeding their scrum. Defensive penalty there for City Tigers. There's a quick tap there by City Tigers by their fullback. Look, he gave the ball out. He ran about 2-3 metres. He dished it out to Mark Hora, Shane Hora, Mark Hora, sorry, and he's good running there by Mark Hora. He gathered some 25 metres there, and he'll play the ball inside Tani Whare's own half now. They're moving the ball out now wide, and there's no one out there for the green and goal. Well, if City Tigers have got that ball moving out there, there's no one out there for the green and goal, and the gaps are opening there, but it was lucky for them the ball was knocked on, so the scrum will go right on just outside the halfway in Tani Whare's own half. Scrum has been put down right on the halfway. Ball's been fed, but the ref knows not in properly. Scrum's been put in this time, won by the green and goal. They'll play the ball just inside their own half now. They get the ball out to their winger, and he's gathered some about 2-3 metres. He's gone into the City Tigers' own half now, and they're moving the ball out to Warren Rang. Warren decides to take the tackle on. He does. He'll take the tackle there just inside City Tigers 10-metre line. Give it out to Pat Edwards now. There's better running by Pat, but he's held up in a tackle there. Now they're marking Pat pretty closely because they know this is the man they got to watch today. Pat's running very hard now. They're giving it out to Alan Tupai. Alan out to Sonny Martin. Sonny out to Piama Green. Piama tries to steps inside his man. He does. Move the ball around to Sonny Martin. Sonny decides to give it to Chas Paki. Chas elude 1-2 tackles there. He'll play the ball just inside City Tigers' own 22 now. Giving the ball out to Korowaka. Koro decides to have a kick through. Oh, it's a good kick there by Korowaka, but referee's linesman says no. We'll bring the ball back. We'll take the tap here. Tap's been taken by Neville Ramsey there, and good tactics there by Neville. He moved the ball out wide, and they're giving the ball out, feeding their wingers now, City Tigers, but he's well taken in the tackle there by Piama Green. They'll get up to play the ball inside their own half now, giving out to Dean Harris, and Dean Harris is taken well in the tackle there by Warren Rang and George Maipi. They'll get up to play the ball now. Now they're moving the ball now, coming into the green and goal own half out to Mark Hora. Mark Hora tried to bring the ball into their centres there, so they'll get up to play the ball. Now they're moving the ball back out. City Tigers are moving into Joey Albert. Joey looking to Colonel. His backs again. He does. There's Kolowaka, he's picking up his man. He gets his man right on the 22. He'll play the ball there on the 4th tackle. He gets to play the ball now. They're moving the ball out wide, City Tigers. Joey Albert starting to straighten his backs out a bit here. But he's moving the ball really out wide out to these wingers. But there's a loose pass there by City Tigers, but they'll play the ball. They gather it up again. But referee says no, we'll have a scrum right on the 22 metres there inside the green and goal own half. Well, 36 minutes in the first half, around about 5 minutes to go here at Restall Park for this deciding fixtures between these two teams for the championships of the Waikato Rugby League, and also for the winners to go through to represent Waikato in the Tusk Cup. The scrum's been won by the green and goal. So they'll play the ball just outside the own 22. Tani will play the ball, play from my left to right. They're moving the ball out to Sonny Martin. Sonny decides to have her on his own. He does. He gives the ball inside to Lewis Hill, but referee says you gave a forward pass. So that was bad play there by the green and goal. So the tap will be taken by Neville Ramsey. They want to get 6 points. They want to get 6 points, City Tigers, but he's held up in the tackle. Neville Ramsey takes the tap now. He's going to have a go again. He's dynamite, this little man, Neville Ramsey. He's having a go at everything. He'll play the ball right in front of the uprights. Joey Albert moving the ball now out into his backs. He's giving out into the fullback. He's coming in, but it's a loose pass. And there's Chaz Pucky. He's gathered us up. They intercept the pass there. So they'll play the ball inside the own 22 now. So I get up to play the ball to Chaz. Bill Thompson. Bill decides to have a run on his own. He does. Tried to step inside his man right on the 22, but he's well covered in the tackle there. They move the ball to Donald now, back to Donald. Donald out to Rick. Rick decides to give a short. No, he decides to take the pass himself and take the tackle just outside the 22. He'll play the ball now back to Donald, and Donald's moving the ball out to Hori Maipi. Hori's giving it out to Sonny. Now Sonny's trying to look for his man here. He does, but was misjudgment there by Korowaka. But ref says we'll have a scrum. We'll have a double knock on there by both sides, and that was a bad pass there into Korowaka. A bit high, couldn't take the pass, and well, City Tigers had the opportunity to get on that loose ball, but they too, likewise, the green, they knocked it on. So the ref says we'll have a scrum right on the 22. Green and goal leading by 10 points to 2 here at Restall Park. It's about 2 or 3 minutes to go, half time, plus injury time. The scrum will go down now. It's run by the City Tigers. They're moving the ball out now. City Tigers putting it out really out wide, and they're really running the ball inside pass into their fullback who came in to take that inside pass, but he's well taken in the tackle. He'll get up to play the ball now. The City Tigers really running everything at the green and goal. That was the inside pass there by Joey Albert, but it eventually thought there was a shepherd there, but there it is. Joey Albert once again is trying to get his back line in motion, and he's good cover defence there by the green and goal. They're really starting to get on City Tigers. City Tigers are not penetrating through them at this moment, but they're trying everything. Neville Ramsey doubling around. There's a kick through by there by Neville Ramsey, but apparently went too far. Referee says we'll have a tap right on the 22. So the tap's been taken by Donald now. Gives it out to Rick. Rick decides to have a run on his own. He does. He go. But he's well taken in the tackle. He's outside their 22. They'll get up to play the ball now. It's just about half-time here, up here at Restall Park. Give it out to Alan Tapai. Alan decides to have a run on his own. He does elude one tackler. He'll get up to play the ball on the 10-metre line. Now they move the ball to Donald. Gives it to Donald. He doubles around Warren, but Warren holds the ball and slips it into Lewis Hill, and Lewis gives it out to Pia Green. Now they're moving the ball right out to Sonny. And there's Korowaka there, decides to have a run on his own. He comes back in, looks back in, but he's well wrapped up in the tackle there, just inside their own half. Now they'll play the ball just inside their own half. Now the green and goals bringing the ball into Pat. Edward Pat gives a short pass into Sonny. And there's a good pass, but the ref says there's an accidental offside there. And they're starting to give their passes away now, the green and goal. But that time the ref says, well, that wasn't a deliberate offside. So we'll have a scrum just inside City Tigers' own half now. It's just about half time up here. Scrum's won by the green and goal. Ref says carry on. He gives out to Hori Maipi, and Hori. Good run there by Hori, picked up about 2 or 3 metres there. Now they move the ball back out to Rick Moore. Rick decides to have a run on his own. He does lose one tackle, 2 tackle. He's still going, and he's brought down in the tackle, Rick. They'll get up to play the ball now. They're moving out the patio. Pat decides to have a run on his own, and there's a good hard run in there by the green and gold, equal to the task by City Tigers on their defence. Now they're moving the ball out to Alan Tupai. Alan moving the ball out to Pierre Green, and the tackles there, and there's the hooter for half-time here at Restall Park. The green and gold leading City Tigers by 10 points to 2, and it's half-time. Well, anything can happen here in the second half, the next 40 minutes. Well, the crowd are starting to, especially the City Tigers spectators are wanting to get behind their team now. They know they're down by 8 points, and it's very important that they stay closely to the green and gold, because anything could happen in the second half, and they're down, like I said, by 10 points to 2, and it is half-time here at Restall Parks, and we'll be back in around about 5-6 minutes. Well, good afternoon, Walton. Welcome here to Restall Park for this rugby league final between Tani and City Tigers. As you know, you were playing for this team last year, and well, it's good to see you back, Wally, and we just wanted to have some few comments on the games today.
Well, the game at the moment, John, I'm very pleased with the boys' performance, and I think we'll be in for a good game here this afternoon.
Well, it's good to see Pierre Green back in there, Wally. As you know, since you left there, well, it's been a bit of an up and down in the centres, and now that they have the backing off Pierre Green, and you know, everything seems to be settling, getting stable there for the Tani Whanau, and you know, since you've been away, this is what they've been lacking out in the centres. And as you know, they've played City Tigers twice, and they lost twice. As you know, at Davies Park, they lost by 14 points to 0. And about 5-6 weeks ago, they lost up here 26-22. But today they're leading by 10 points to 2. And this is exactly what happened when they got defeated 26-22. They're leading by just about the same margin, and they lost. But, you know, looking at City Tigers today, they don't seem to be having things going their way. And, well, the green and gold, everything's clicking for them. And, you know, well, maybe a victory here for the green and gold.
Yes, I think so, Johnny. But the attacking with the Tigers, I think, hasn't been penetrating. I noticed a few of the attacking plans and match plans always seem to be revolving around our forwards. And I think that's where they're hoping to make a lot of their breaks, but our forwards are always in there to contain them.
Well, it's you know, it's good to see Auckland refs too, Wally. You know, I believe this is essential down here, because there's been a lot of ups and downs who is going to ref this game, and you know, the referees from Hamilton wanted to ref the game, and the referees from Waikato Huntley wanted to ref the game. So they had a meeting. The referee association decided, well, they called in some outside ref. And do you think this is a good point?
Yes, I think with the new sponsor TNT, Johnny, I think the referee association has a big thing going with their new sponsors this year. And I think with one of the Auckland refs being here this afternoon, I think it'll be really good.
Well, that was Walter. As you know, fans there, there's Walter Toka here. There's next Tani for our presenter, and we're looking forward to having him back here next season. If not, well, he may be going back into Auckland, looking for bigger and brighter things for him up there. Wally, thanks you very much. As you know, the green and gold are leading here over the arch-rival City Tigers by 10 points to 2, and that's still not a handy lead by no means. City Tigers could come back into this game, converted try, could close the game, points up by 2 points. Well, there it is. The kickoff was taken by Korowaikai. It's gathered up there by Joey Albert, and Joey Albert moving it out to his fullback Looker, but he's held in a tackle there by Korowaikai and George Maipi. They'll play the ball just outside their own 22 now. Now, City Tigers will be looking to move this ball around, move it out wide as possible if they can. But he's taken in the tackle there. They'll get up to play the ball just outside their own 22. Now they're moving the ball out to Joey Albert, out to Mark Horror. Mark decides to have her on his own, but he does. He slips the pass away to Dean Harris, and Dean Harris is gathered up there in a tackle by Sonny Marchinger and Pierre McGreen. Now they'll play the ball just outside the 22. They give it to their fullback. Looker's kicking the ball down deep right into their winger, but he knocks the ball on, and he had plenty of time to gather that up, but he knocks it on. So the scrum will go now inside Tani Whanau's own half, right on the 10-metre line. Tani Whanau playing from my right to left, leading by 10 points to 2 over City Tigers here at Restall Park. I'm John Rippey for ATV Video, saying welcome you to this game here, bringing to you live. And the scrum's been fed and won by City Tigers. Now they're moving the ball out into their backs and they're giving it. They've brought their fullback in. He doubled around, but he's held in the tackle there. Now they're moving. They scissors the ball in around again, but he's well taken in the tackle right on the 10-metre line. He'll get up to play the ball now. City Tigers. Neville Ramsey moved the ball back out to Lucas, but Lucas decides to give it out to Dean Harris. Dean loses one tackle and he slips a short pass out to his winger. And there's the knock on there by the green and by the yellow and picked up by Billy Thompson. Billy Thompson stepped out of one or two tackles, but he's eventually caught there by the cover across. Now there's a gap right out here if they can move the ball out, but Pat decides to have a run on his own. He does. He loses one tackle, two, and he's still going, Pat. He does, and he's gathered something about 20 metres, and he's coming right up to the halfway line. He'll play the ball now, the second tackle on the green and goal. Tani now still playing with that sparkle they had in the first half. They're moving the ball out to their fullback, and he'll take the ball. But that was a bad pass there by Rick. There's no one running off Rick. So Rick's giving it out now to Hori Maipi. Hori coming in, the smallest man they look for. They give it out to Hori instead, looking for their big man now. Alan Tapai should take this next pass. He does. He takes the pass. He has a run on his own. He's looking for that tackle. Good running there by Alan Tapai, and that's the fifth tackle the ref says. Now there's a kick coming here by Warren Rang. Warren decides to have a kick for the line. He does. And he kicks it right out on a 10-metre line inside City Tigers' own half. City Tigers playing from my from my left to right, down by 10 points to 2. And the scrum will go right on their own 10-metre line, in their own half. Ref says not in properly. We'll have to put in again. It's won by City Tigers now. Give it out to Joey Albert. Joey doubles around. He does good movement there by Joey Albert, moving it out wide out to their son. And there's misparts there by their winger, but it's gathered up there by the green and goal, Billy Thompson. Billy will get up to play the ball now. He does play the ball back to Koro Green. Koro Waka gives it to Sonny. Sonny out to Warren Ring. Warren picks up a low pass there, and he's taking an attacker right on the 10-metre line inside City Tigers' own half. We have 3 minutes running time into the second half. Moving out to George Maipi. George gives it out to Rick. Rick goes right through the gap. Running there by Rick. He does, and he loses the ball in the tackle. But no, he picks it up again. Ref says play on there. Very lucky there for Rick. It dropped back in his arm now. He gives it out to Pat Edwards. Pat's has to run on his own. They're really sitting on Pat, City Tigers. And that's the final tackle, ref says. And there's Alan Tapai now moving it wide out to Koro Waga. Koro moving up, and good running there by Koro. Oh, there it is again. The green and goal. They really throwing the ball right in front of the man. It was offside again. Very lucky there for City Tigers. The ref was right on the spot. Sure enough, that was forward, and the ref has penalised the green and goal. So, well, a defensive penalty there for City Tigers. Well, they kicked it out, still in their own half, just outside the 22. City Tigers playing from my left to right, down by 10 points to 2. They need to get back into this game if they have any chance of winning this championships over the green and gold, and to be able to take out the Waikato championships and to represent Waikato in the Tusk Cup. Now is a good intercept there by Sonny Martinga. Is given to Warren Rangi. Warren will take the tackle. He'll get up to play the ball just on the City Tigers 22, and they move the ball out to Sonny Martinga. Sonny decides to have a run on his own. He tried to slip a pass, but no, he'll take the tackle. Still on the 22, City Tigers 22. Now they'll play the ball down right on the 22. Gives out to Rick Murray. Rick decides to elude a tackle, but he's held up there by 3 or 4 City Tigers players right inside their own 22 now. They play the ball now to Donald Parks. Donald gives out to Alan Tupai. Alan decides to have a run on his own. He gives an up and under kick there. There's the kick through, and it's a good take there by Tanaran's try. It's a try there by the green and goal. Good kick there by Alan Tupai. That was the 5th tackle, and Alan Tupai put that up, and his winger came swooping in on that high tackle and bounced right into his hand, and over for a try he went. And there it is, Tani Whare leading by 14 points to 2. Well, the workload is really on City Tigers now. They're down by 12 points. They need to get back into this game as quickly as they can. They're going to let this game get away from them. Tani Whare is out here to maintain the impressive record throughout the years, the last decade. They have won everything, the major championships, champion of champions. They represent Waikato in the Tusk Cup, and here it is. They're here today, although they lost to City Tigers twice. But this is the most important one they need, the champions, to be the champions of Waikato and to go on to represent Waikato in the Tusk Cup. Well, they're leading their arch rivals here at Restall Park by 14 points to 2, with the conversion yet to come. Well, City Tigers are behind their try line there, having a bit of a team talk and trying to get their football spirit back into them, to get motivated to get back into this game, because they're starting to fall away from them. They're down by 14 points to 2 at the conversion yet to come. It's been unsuccessful by Billy Thompson, so there it is. They're down by 12 points, and well, they've got everything in front of them now. They've got to get back into this game. They've got to get past the green and gold to score points, and it's not going to be easy for them. They know that. But if they can play as a team instead of running zigzags all over the paddock, instead of running straight up, then maybe they can get somewhere. But at the moment, they're down, and this could be very frustrating for any team to be down by that amount of margin of 12 points. Well, the kick will be taken by City Tigers, playing from my left to right. And it's taken by Neville Ramsey, and it's a good kick too. Good kick there by Neville Ramsey, and this the kick's been well taken deep into the green and gold half. They'll play it on the 35-metre line. Sorry, 30-metre line, and the scrum will go down there, which will be put in by the green and gold. Well, the scrum's been put in, one in by the green and gold, is picked up by the halfback Corey. He'll get up to play the ball now. They'll play the ball in the own half. They give it out to Rick. Rick decides to have a run on his own, but he's swooped on there by the yellow and black. So he'll play the ball together. No yardage there at all. They give it out to Donald. Donald goes one way, then back into the other. He'll get up to play the ball just outside the 10-metre line. They play the ball now to Rick. Rick decides to give it inside pass to Warren Rang. A good pick up by Warren Rang. He's looking for a short pass at the Horia inside to Lewis Hill. Good run in there by Lewis Hill. That's a good play there by the green and gold. They really gathered some yards there from that scrum they had. Now they're moving the ball out to their right to give it out to Pat Edwards. Pat decides to have a run on his own. He does, but he's swooped up there by City Tigers. Two defence players there. They'll get up to play the ball inside City Tigers 22. He plays the ball back down to Pierre McGreen. Pierre McGreen decides to have a run on his own. He's just short of the try line, about 2-3 metres short of the try line. The referee says that's your sixth tackle. Give the ball away. So they'll play the ball. City Tigers really got off the hook there. The green and gold could have been in with 6 points, but his marker would take the tackle just inside the own 22. Now they play the ball back, and City Tigers will play the ball right on the 22 there now. They'll get up to play the ball. He gives his pass away to Joey Albert. Joey Albert to Neville Ramsey. Now Neville decides to have his man outside him. He does. He gives the short pass away. Good pass there by Neville Ramsey. There's an inside pass by him. But there's a good pick up there, but he's really picked up there by Billy Thompson. Billy Thompson has missed his man, and City Tigers will score a try. Good try there by City Tigers. They really worked that try right from their own 22. They're right out to their left. They swoop down the touch line there, and there's 2 or 3 men. All they had to do is beat the fullback, and there's a good pass there by them, and there it is. They were in for a try, and with the conversion yet to come. Well, like I said, they want to get back into this game. They did it within 3 minutes after that try by the green and gold, so they're still back into this game. They're now down by 14 points to 6 with the conversion yet to come. Well, Andrew, City Tigers caught the green and gold on the hop there. You know, they didn't bother to get up to knock their man down, and there it is. You know, Neville Ramsey went right through them. That's the man they cannot afford to let him run with the ball, and there it is. They ended up with 4 points with the conversion yet to come.
Well, as I said before in the previous 2 counters with Tigers, they've got to capitalise or put this man on the deck. Otherwise, he's that fast. He'll break through the defence line of Tani and set up play. And well, there you've just seen a classic effort of Neville Ramsey in scoring points for Tigers. I think the try was a pressure try, of course.
Yes, well, the conversion was successful, so there it is. City Tigers climb back into this game. They picked up 6 points there. Now they trailing Tani by 6 points, 14 points to 8. And well, they've got a ball game going again. This is what happened here at Restall Park. Like I said, some 5-6 weeks ago, Tigers were down, but they came back and they won that game 26-22. And well, like I said, that was a very defensive try there by City Tigers. It all worked through Neville Ramsey. And well, the kick's been taken deep in by the green and gold. So it's gathered up by Neville Ramsey, and this is the man they got to pick up quickly. Well, he's held in the tackle this time. He'll play the ball right on his 22. He'll get up to play the ball back now. The gaps are starting to come on the green and gold again, and there it is. They gathered about 10 metres there, City Tigers. They'll play the ball now. They're moving out to Neville Ramsey. Neville is starting to bring it out to Joey Albert. Joey Albert is chaining it right along to their line, and City Tigers is using all their backs to advantage that they can use, and they'll play the ball still inside their own half. They're starting now to get everything going for them, City Tigers. There's good running there once again. They'll play the ball just inside the green and goal own half. They'll get up to play the ball. That's the fourth tackle, ref says. Now they're moving out to Joey Alberts, trying to straighten his backs out again, but he's held in the tackle there inside the green and gold half. They'll play the ball, and the ref says that's your fifth tackle. So there's Mark Hoare stepping through tackles once again. And he's lost the ball in the tackle there, so the green and gold will get up to play the ball. Picked up there by Donald Parks, and they'll play the ball in their own half, giving out to Korowaki. Korowaki's giving out to Chaz Pucky. Chaz decides to go inside. He does. He eludes one man, but Dean Harris has picked him up there outside their own 10-metre line. Now they're moving the ball out to Pat Edwards. Pat decides to have a run on his own, but he's well gathered up there by City Tigers. By two defence players. There were City Tigers to give it out to Pierre McGreen. Pierre decides to have a run on his own, but he's wrapped up there right on the halfway line. He'll play the ball just inside the halfway line. They move it from Donald out to Rick Murray. Rick decides to have a run on his own, trying to take the tackle, and the ref said that's your fifth tackle there. They move the ball now to Ron. Ron decides to look for the kick through, but he kicked it out on the full, and we'll have a scrum right on the halfway with the scrum to go down. City Tigers defeat the scrum. City Tigers trailing the green and gold by 6 points, 14 points to 8 here at Restall Park. Well, some of the faults are starting to creep into the green and gold now, and there it is, scrum won by City Tiger. Now they're moving the ball right out wide. They're doubling around twice, but he's well taken in the tackle there by Pierre McGreen. But that was a good move there by City Tigers. Ref says let him play the ball. Well, it was taken there by Pierre McGreen, and ref said we'll have a scrum, so the scrum will go down inside, right just outside City Tigers' 10-metre line. Ref said not fed properly, so we'll put the scrum down again. Well, the refs let this one go. Says carry on, so the green and gold will play the ball right on the halfway now. They get up to play the ball now, give it out to Chaz Pucky. Chaz tried to come one way and then the other, but he shepherded there. The ref says, no, sorry, they went back 5 metres. So there's some errors are starting to creep in the green and gold, and this could play some important factor in the Tana Whareau's point of view, and City Tigers, well, they could creep back into this game. Well, the scrum will just go inside the green and gold half now. It's tapped there by Neville Ramsey. Neville doubles around Joey Albert, and he's looking around to play the ball out wide, but he missed the pass out there, and so there's a knock-on. Referee said we'll have a scrum there just outside the green and gold 10 metres line. Well, the scrum's been won by the green and gold, just right on their 10-metre line. They play the ball now to Pat Edwards. Pat decides to go out to his right. He does, he has the run, but he's brought down in tackle just short of the halfway line. He get up to play the ball now to Warren Rangi. Warren decides to have her on his own. He does, he goes right up. He gathers about 10 metres there. He'll get up to play the ball inside City Tigers half. Now to give it out to Donald. Donald out to Rick. Rick out to Hinimir Tupai. He'll get up. Sorry, out to Sonny marching, and Sonny will get up to play the ball now onto Pierre McGreen. Pierre McGreen decides to have her on his own. He does. He just about went right through City Tigers' defence there, but he'll play the ball on the 22. Play the ball back to Donald, and Donald decides to kick it through, but he kicked it out on the full. Well, Andrew says some silly tactics there by the green and gold. 3 times they kicked it out on the full there instead of, thinking about football. Although they may be leading by 6 points over City Tigers, but 6 points could be picked up within 6 seconds. Silly errors like that. Well, they've got the scrum on their own half. City Tigers 22. Well, the scrum's been won there by City Tigers. Penalty there to the City Tigers there. The referee says that the halfback wasn't retiring, and he's been questioned there by Horihawa. 15 minutes into the second half. Tani still leading City Tigers by 14 points to 8. So they take the tap now and moving it wide out to Joey Albert. Joey Albert decides to give an inside pass, but he misses, and there's good running here by City Tigers. Right on the halfway line. They'll get up to play the ball now. Neville Ramsey is looking to get his pass away. He did. He gives a good short pass away. They'll play the ball inside the green and gold zone half now. They move the ball out to Mark Hora, and there's Mark looking around to have a good run. There's Neville Ramsey went right through the gap there, and he's well wrapped up on his legs by Lewis Hill. Well, Mark Hora has picked up the loose ball, and there he is. He's stepped in through 2 or 3 men there, but he's held in the tackle, looking to get his pass away now. They move the ball out to Joey Albert. Joey Albert just slowing it a wee bit down to try and get his back moving. And there's good steps through by City Tigers, and there it is. Like I said, they're going to start fooling around green and gold. City Tigers will get right back into this game. And that's the last tackle ref says, and there's a gap right out wide on the City Tigers. Now they move the ball out wide, and there's an overlap out here for the City Tigers there, and he must go in for a try, but no, the linesman said he's out. Well, the green and gold was very lucky there. There's an overlap there, 2 to 3 men, 2 on 1 there, and well, the green and gold are starting to let City Tigers come back into this game. They're down, City Tigers down by 14 points to 8.
Anybody's game.
The scrum will go down just outside the green and gold try line. Well, it's won there by the green and gold, so they'll play the ball now just inside their own 22. They'll get up to play the ball now. There's pressure time for the green and golds. Get out to Donald. Donald has a run on his own. He does. He'll play the ball still inside the own 22. That's the second tackle on the green and gold now. They're moving the ball out to, well, there's a loose pass, but it's a dead ball there. It's thrown back wide, and there's a bad play there by the green and gold there. Like I said, the errors are starting to creep in now. It's crucial time for both sides, and City Tigers are starting to apply the pressure on into the second half, which Tani did in the first half, and at this moment it is City Tigers half this City Tigers game into the second half. Well, it's been taken by a deep kick there by Lewis Hill. He's taken in a tackle bottom and top by Korowakai and Warren Ring, and they'll get up to play the ball just outside Tani Whareau's own 30-metre line. Now they're moving the ball out. Joey Albert's giving it out to their fullback, but he's held in the tackle. Give a loose pass. They're still moving the ball, City Tigers, but referee says no. We'll have a scrum here. That's a knock on by you, City Tigers. So the scrum will go down just inside Tani Whareau's own 10-metre line. Well, it's pressure time for the green and gold, although they may be leading by 6 points. The errors are starting to creep in, and City Tigers know this, and they're working this to their advantage. The scrum will go down now. The referee says no, it's straight out. This time is won by the green and gold, the City Tigers, and they're coming out to my right here, and they're trying to elude one. He does 2, but he's held there by Rick Murray there, still inside the green and gold half. They get up to play the ball now to Mark Hora. Mark moves it out now to his right, and they're switching the ball back in. Mark takes that ball, and there it is. Neville Ramsey's running again. He loses one tackle. He's moving the ball out wide to Joey Albert. Joey Albert is held in the tackle, very lucky there. Neville Ramsey will take the pass now. He's moving into Dean Harris, but Dean Harris is held in the tackle there. And there's Mark Hoare. He's held in the tackle there, but he gives the pass away. He slipped the ball out into... so there's bad errors falling out on both sides. The errors are coming from both sides now. City Tigers had the opportunity there to move the ball out wide, but they knocked it on. And there's a replacement there by for City Tigers. He's been put down, eh? Yeah. 5, 6 weeks. Pete? What did he do? He smashed the ball in, when he went to the committee, he had to face the board. The board made the decision, and he started to punch the wall. smashed the walls. Oh, there. Well, City Tigers had won the scrum, and the referee says that they didn't let him play the ball, and there's a penalty there to City Tigers. And Warren Rangley, the captain, is just questioning the ref. Fair enough, the ref says, but still the penalty will go to City Tigers, and there's City Tigers looking for the short pass, and Hori Maipi is right up on his man. He'll get up to play the ball. The City Tigers just outside Tani 22 now. City Tigers are really throwing everything out the green and goal, but he's well wrapped up in the tackle there, right on the 22 metres. He'll get up to play the ball. That's his third tackle now. They're moving the ball out wide, City Tigers, and there's some gaps starting to appear out there in the green and goal. He's held in their tackle. He's gave a short pass into Neville Ramsey, and now they're really deep inside the green and goal 22, and the referee says, I'll penalise you, Mark Hora. Mark Hora has been talking to the referee.
22 minutes.
We have 22 minutes into this second half. Things are starting to hot up now into this second half here at Restall Park between Tanawhau and City Tigers, and Mark Hora is getting a lecture by City Tigers, and he's been sent off. He's been sent to the sin bin, Mark Hora, for
That's what he did last time.
questioning the referee. This is the referee from Auckland, so there's no favoritism. This referee don't know about these two teams, how they perform, and tap will be taken by Warren Rang. So Mark Hora is off. So green and gold get to play the ball now, just outside the 22, giving out to Rick. Rick decides to give a long pass out to Korowaka. Korowaka go back inside. He's looking for his short pass, but no one there running off him, so he'll play the ball right on the 30-metre line. We'll get up to play the ball now back to Donald Parks. Donald gives out to Pat Edwards. Pat decides to have a run on his own. He does. He's trying to look for a pass, but there's no one running off Pat Edwards. Pat will play the ball now, still inside their own half, and then they move it out to Rick Murray. Rick decides to have a run on his own. He's not looking around for any man. He does. Gives it out to Donald Parks, and Donald's really going through the gaps, but he's wrapped up there on the 10-metre line. He'll play the ball back to Lewis, and Lewis gives it out to Allen Tupai. Allen's just looking out the long pass out to Korowaka. Kora gives it out to deep, kick through, but that'll be picked up by City Tigers. He's well wrapped up in there, tackled by Tanawhau's right on inside City Tigers' own half. He'll play the ball now. They're moving the ball out now to Neville Ramsey. Neville Ramsey decides to give a short pass out. They're moving the ball out wide, but he's... Referee says, now we'll have a knock-on, double knock-on there by both sides, right on the halfway, inside City Tigers' own half. Well, the scrum will go down now. Well, City Tigers are down by 14 points to 8, and they have playing one man short. The scrum's won by Horiawa there. He'll take the ball. He's well wrapped up there by Joey Albert, but he's taking the ball deep into City Tigers' own half. And there's good running there by Donald Parks, and Donald will get up to play the ball, but the referee says you're all offside, City Tigers. You're not back to 5 metres required when you're playing the ball. So there it is. The green and gold has got a penalty there just inside City Tigers' own 22 to be taken by Korowaka. Well, the tackle will be taken just inside City Tigers 22, about 3 or 4 metres. Inside City Tigers only 22. Tanawhau playing from my right to left, leading by 14 points to 8. Rick Murray to take the tap. City Tigers are playing with one man short. So the tap's been taken by Rick and is taken up by Rick. So it's driving right through, but he'll play the ball just short of the try line. There's a trying to barge Rick right over for a try. The tap is taken right back by Rick, and Rick will... Little Hori is well taken in the tackle there by City Tigers. He'll play the ball still inside City Tigers 22. Now they move the ball out to Alan Tupai. Alan Tupai moving it out to Pierre McGreen. Pierre McGreen decides to have a run on his own, but he's wrapped up in the tackle and he loses the ball there. So City Tigers will regain the ball there right inside their own 22. Now they're moving the ball back to Neville Ramsey. Neville switches the inside pass, and there's a good break there by City Tigers. But there's a loose pass there, but no, he gives a good inside pass to the Tigers, and they're really whipping the ball out here. And there's a good play there by the yellow. They're really bringing the ball back there, deep back down into the green and gold half. And it's good play there by City Tigers. And that's about their third tackle. So they get up to play the ball. The referee said, let them play it now. They're moving the ball back into their centres now. Move it out to Neville Ramsey. Neville Ramsey's looking for a long pass right out to their winger, but there's been a knock on there. The referee says we'll have a scrum there. There's a good play there by City Tigers. Very unlucky not to score there. They had the opportunity right out here to my right, and there's an overlap, but they neglected to go back inside, and there it is. There's a knock on there, and we have a reserve going on for the green and goal. For the green and goal, number 15, Martin Martinga. He had a brawl up against Tiranga. They put him off for 6 weeks. Really started to abuse the committee. He swear and all that. He smashed the board inside me. They really hit him hard. They're only going to give him 2 weeks. He's got 6 weeks.
Not mellow like his brothers.
Well, no, the replacement for the green and gold has come back off again. Martin Martinga. We thought we had a replacement for his brother Sonny, but no, Sonny said he's okay. So scrum will go down inside Tanifera's own half, which was won by them, but the referee says you've been penalised for feeding your scrum. So the penalty will be taken by City Tigers inside the green and gold's half. Still down by 14 points to 8. Well, there's 28 minutes into this second half. We have 12 minutes to go, and there's Neville Ramsey. He's really driving through, and well, they got to really watch this man. He just nearly went right through those guys for a try, and there it is. They're still working hard, City Tigers, for a try. They know they got to get back in here and the converted try to tie it all up at 14-all, and they're really trying everything, City Tigers. They're moving the ball out wide, and they're really trying to swing this ball out into their centres, but he's held in the tackle there inside their 22. City Tigers are looking the better side in this half. Now they're moving the ball out to Dean Harris. Dean Harris is trying to go through for a try, but he's held up there right under the uprights. They'll play the ball now. Referee says let him play it, get up to play the ball, but no, he says we'll have a scrum there. While City Tigers in a good handy position here to attack either side, left or right, and it should be a scoring opportunity for them if they could win the ball here, depending on the green and gold defence. Well, City Tigers are playing with one man short, and they're really throwing everything at the green and gold. They nearly scored about 2 or 3 minutes ago, and they split the defence off for the green and gold, and they really was hot on pursuit. It was just through a lack of knock on the ball that spoiled everything for them. But here it is. They got a scrum inside the 22, but referee said that's a penalty for the City Tigers, so this could be 2 points. If not, City Tigers may be able to have a quick tap and go over for a try. They're taking the quick tap, and there's some gaps really right out there, but he's held in the tackle. Neville Ramsey really was quick to take a tap there for them, but now they're moving the ball out and they're giving it out to Joey Albert. He's held in the tackle there. And they have driven back, City Tigers have driven back there. They've driven them back about 22 metres. Get up to play the ball now. Neville Ramsey's moving the ball out wide now. They're giving the ball out to their fullback, Looker. And he's still moving the ball, but he's knocked the ball on. The referee says carry on. The green and gold will play the ball just outside their 22. City Tigers looking very good there. And they give the ball out to Chas Puckey, and Chas decides to have a run. He's picked up about a metre there. They need to get out of their territory because they're still playing a man short here, City Tigers, and he's really wrapped up in the tackle, but the referee says that we don't have those type of tackles in Auckland, so there's no need to have them down here as well, he says, and we'll penalise you, City Tigers. They really lift that Donald Parks. They're looking, well, I wouldn't say rosy for the green and gold, because City Tigers can come back and convert a try and tie it all up at 14-all, but there it is at the moment. They have the workload in front of them because they're playing with one man short, and the tap's been taken by the green and gold right on the 10-metre lines. But the referee says you're all offside, City Tigers. You weren't standing on the 10-metre line where the umpires were. So another penalty, a defensive penalty for the green and gold. So they'll take the tap right on the halfway line. Well, that's a good penalty there by the green and gold. They play it just outside City Tigers 22. This is the opportunity now to use the advantage they got for playing one man short in City Tigers. Tap's been taken by Lewis Hill now. He moves around, doubles around Lewis, gives it right out to Alan Tupai. Alan will take the tackle just outside the 22. He'll get up to play the ball now to Hori. Hori moves in and out to Sonny Martin, gives it out to Pierre McGreen. Green trying to thrush through the centres there, but he's held in the tackle there. So he'll play the ball just on City Tigers 22 now. They're moving the ball out to Donald Parks, and Donald decides to have a run on his own. He's well wrapped up there in a tackle by Neville Ramsey. He'll get up to play the ball now. Still, they never gathered any media at all on that 22. Now they're moving the ball out to Alan Tupai. Alan does kicks deep through, but I think it's too far. And, well, that's bad tactics there by Alan Tupai. He should have taken the tackle. The scrum would have been still inside City Tigers zone 22. But he kicked it too deep. I think we should leave that to the backs to do that. But the referee says, well, it's tap to City Tigers. So Joey Albert will take the tap right on the 22 name. But no, referee says you didn't kick it right on the mark. So errors are really creeping in on both sides. It's just a lack of communication with one another, with man and ball. They're not putting it in the right place. And so there it is. They have a scrum. They spoil their, they spoil their chances of getting out of their own area. But they'll have a scrum right on the 22 now with Tani out to feed. The scrum is put in, and the referee says, no, you're still putting that ball under your second row's little man. So we'll have a scrum there. We'll have a penalty there. So he's penalised him twice for back chatting. So he's picked up another 10 metres there. And the referee says, we'll just come up the field a little bit further. But still, they're playing it in their own half. Tap will be taken by City Tigers. They move the ball out to Mark, or Mark's trying to go through again, but no, he's well taken in the tackle by George. Georgie might be there right on the 10-metre line. Now Neville Ramsey, here's this man. If they let him go, they'll run right to him. He does. He beat 2 or 3 men there. He's still going back. He's still beating them. Well, City Tigers tried to go left and right there, but he's held in the tackle there. And there it is. They didn't go anywhere right on the halfway line. They'll play the ball there. That's their 4th tackle. They'll play the ball back now. They're moving the ball out into this end. It's kicked through there by City Tigers, but it'll be picked up by the green and gold winger. He'll play the ball there inside their own half now, just inside the 10-metre line. They'll play the ball from my right to left. They play the ball back down to Donald Parks, and Donald swoops on the loose pass. He does. He go right through 2 or 3 players there. It's good play there by Donald Parks, and he's really playing well. They'll play the ball back now to George. George gives it out to Warren. Warren will play the ball inside City Tigers' own half now. They'll play the ball to Donald, move it out to Rick Murray. Rick giving it out to Sonny Martin. Sonny moving out to Pierre McGreen. Pierre decides to have it on his own. He does. Beats 1 man, 2 men. Gives the inside pass to Sonny Martin, and Sonny goes inside. He tried to beat Mark Horror, but Mark Horror has other ideas. He's taken him in the tackle, so they get up to play the ball now. Giving it out to Donald. Donald moves the ball back to Kota Waikai. Kota kicks it deep down into City Tigers' half, and that's a good kick by the green and gold. It brings the ball, play right back deep into City Tigers 22 with the scrum yet to come down. Well, there's about 10 minutes to go into this last half of this game here at Restall Park to decide who's going to be the Waikato champions and to go on to represent this area in the Tusk Cup. So Taniwha at this moment are leading by 14 points to 8, and City Tigers have won that scrum, and they'll play the ball inside their own, just outside their own 22. They get up to play the ball now, give it to Joey Albert, and Joey Albert is moving, trying to get his back, penetrating to give it to Neville Ramsey, and there's a knock on there by City Tigers, kick through by Billy Thompson, and Billy Thompson's right up there on his man, but good pick up there by City Tigers. So they'll play the ball right back on their try line there, and well, they had something like 20 metres they gathered there. But they went back, and now they are starting to work again, and they're really held in the tackle here this time. City Tigers, they've got the work cut out for them. They get up to play the ball now, still inside their 22. It's a good run in there by City Tigers. They get up to play the ball just outside their own 22 now. That's the 4th tackle on him. But the green and gold is right on him there, right on the tackle. And the ref says, that's your final tackle. Get up to play the ball. Joey Albert's starting to kernel his back through, but there's a A loose pass there, and it's picked up there, and is well picked up there by Lewis Hill. They'll play the ball back now to Martin, Sonny Martin. Sonny give it out to Chaz Puckett. Chaz decides to have it on his own. He does. He goes through one man. He does two. Beats two man. He looks for a quarter inside pass. He's still going, but he's ankle tapped there by City Tigers. He'll play the ball right on the 10-metre line. He'll get up to play it now. Tani leading by 14 points to 8. They play the ball back to Alan Tupai. Alan decides to have it on his own. He does. Straightens it up, and he's held in the tackle there. He'll get up to play the ball now. Plays it back to Koro Waikai. Plays the ball now, and he gives it back out to Donald Pai. Donald out to Doug Ray. Doug Ray's decided to have his run. Doug Ray's the new replacement, just come on. He'll play the ball just outside the 22. He gives it out to Pat. Edwards. Pat decides to have it on his own. He does. He picks up about 2-3 metres inside City Tigers 22. They'll play the ball back now. He gives out to Warren Rangi. Warren gives out to Premier Green, but no, Warren decides to have a drop kick. No, and yes, it's there. Well, the field goal is there by Warren Rangi. That was the last tackle, and Warren decides, well, I'm going to have a go. 1 point is better than no point, and there it is. It's 15 points to 8, so that could be the crunch point for City Tigers, because City Tigers got to score twice now, and it's given out to Korowaka. Korowaka just beats two man, gives it back inside past Alan Tupai. Alan's as well taken in the tackle. He'll get up to play it now to Donald Parks. And, well, they're out of that danger line, City Tani Whare now. They lead him by 15 points to 6, and there's a loose pass there by Doug Ray, but he moves it back to Pat Edwards. Pat decides to have a run on his own. He loses one, but it's held in the tackle. It's just inside the own half. They give it out to Lewis Hill. Move back to Pierre McGreen. Pierre McGreen trying to straighten it. He does. Go right through that tackle. Get out to Lewis Hill. But he's held in the tackle there. He'll get up to play the ball inside City Tigers' own half now. Playing from my right to left. City gives it out to Hori. Hori out to Koro. Because Koro goes back inside, steps back inside, but he'll play the ball there right on the 22. He'll take the tackle, and City Tigers need to get back into this game now. And giving it out to Alan Tupai. Alan Tupai to go to give a short pass into Doug Rahe. Doug Rahe looks around. He thought he had his man beside him, but no, he gives the pass back into City Tigers. The City Tigers are moving the ball back up to Mark Horo now. Mark gives a short pass out into their centres. He decides to have it on his own out to Neville Ramsey. Joey Albert does lose one man, but he's picked up there. He gave a good inside pass to Neville Ramsey, but he's picked up by the covered defence on the green and goal. They play the ball now. That's their second tackle. They move the ball back to Mark Horo. Mark decides to look back inside now. They're moving it back out to the centres, and they good running there by City Tigers. They're really starting to throw the ball around, but as ref says, we'll have a scrum. That's a knock on there, just inside the green and goal own half. Well, the green and gold are out of the danger area. They're leading by 7 points at this moment. City Tigers got to score twice. City Tigers have to score twice to get this game out of the bag. It is 15 points to 8. We have about 5-6 minutes to go here at Restall Park and to decide who's going to be the champions in the Waikato Rugby League. Well, the scrum this time being won by Tani Whare. Now they're moving the ball out. They give it out to Sonny. Sonny decides to move the ball back to Chaz Paki. Chaz come out to my left. He does. He's having a run on his own. He's trying to look inside, but he's well held in the tackle there by City Tigers. He'll play the ball still inside their own half. Now they play the ball back to their winger, Green and goal. He has a go, but he's held in the tackle. He takes the ball inside to City Tigers' own half. He get up to play the ball now. Now they move the ball to Chaz Paki. Chaz doubles around to Warren Rangi. Warren comes back out to the blind side. And he'll play the ball on City Tigers' 10-metre line. Now they move the ball to Donald Parks and out to hit him here. He gives the short pass into Doug Rahe, but Doug Rahe's well held in the tackle there. And they'll play the ball inside City Tigers' own half, moving the ball back out into the centres now. Pierre McGreen decides to have her on his own. He does. He steps in 1-2, but he's really wrapped up this time, just short of their 22-metre line. Tani Whare playing from my right to left now. They move the ball back to Warren Rang. Warren decides to have a kick on his own, and it's all well picked up there by City Tigers. He'll get up to play the ball now. They're moving it out into their centres to Joey Albert, and Joey Albert is starting to see whether he can get this game flowing back into their favour, but he's well taken a tackle, and there it is. It's full time here at Restall Park. Tani Whare once again came to the foe. They've won this championships here at Restall Park, defeating City Tigers, the arch rivals, by 15 points to 7, and they'll go on to represent Waikato in the Tusk Cup. And as we said, that the big ones is which counts for the green and gold. This is where they come in when the pressure's on. They know what it's all about. They've been here in the last well, something like 12, 13 years they've been on top, and they're what it's all about. And well, Tanawharau now will go on to meet the winners of Taranaki. They'll do a venue yet to be decided, but there it is. City Tigers taking their defeat in good spirit, and they're really going out there to congratulate their foes, Tanawharau, and well, a good victory, a good win here, and well, there's a good crowd, and they came here to see these two teams battle out who's going to be the top dogs in the Waikato Rugby League. And there it is. It's been decided here at Resthill Park this afternoon here by Tanawharau, 14 points to 7. And I'm John Rippey for